Yeah, man. So, we got some trailers. We're having fun with these. We're gonna keep doing them as long as you guys are responding. We just want to react to some trailers here, and we've got two. And I added a third one. I don't know if you want to do that one, but I thought it was funny. I haven't
Let's
seen that
see.
one either, but
What? Okay.
yeah, I just listed the
Well,
title.
one is not really a trailer. It's kind of a bunch of things in there, but we can watch it.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're
Um,
not ready.
oh, that's the one James recommended. I haven't. Have you watched these? I haven't watched it.
No, I haven't watched it either, but we can watch that one too.
Okay, well, let's start out with the big one.
Yeah, hold on. Let me pull all these up so we can have them ready to go.
Let's see.
Well, this is a commercial. One of them I can tell already, but we can go through that.
The,
What made you want to watch that one with Tom Holland?
oh, because I don't know. I saw it in Target in this big display, and I'm like, man, I'm here for some chips and nachos and you know and whatever. I'm
Yeah,
not looking out for Tom Holland, but
well, let's do it. It's only 23 seconds. So you want to do our first commercial trailer?
yeah,
We can watch.
let's start with the big one. All right. So,
Which one?
in order, we'll do them in order.
Okay.
So, up first for this week's trailer reactions on Show versus Business is the Fantastic Four First Steps. This is our official teaser that we just got from Marvel. Some of you probably saw it over the week. We're just now going to react to it for the first time. Theo, what are you expecting here? What do you think?
A lot of retro stuff. I didn't watch it, so I was tempted though, Mr. Benja, but I did not watch it yet. So I
No.
waited. Matter of fact, I was trying to get you to watch it with me early. I was like, let's watch it early. So
Bad timing.
guys, I
Sorry.
have not watched it. Yeah, I have not watched it, but a lot of retro stuff. I just hope Mr. Thing doesn't look cheap.
Mm.
That can look cheap if it's CGI or if it's too much practical effects. But I mean, the rumblings I'm hearing was pretty decent, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm curious. What about you? What's your expectations going in?
Uh, I'm keeping my expectations at whatever. I don't know what's going on with any of these people in the cast, their actors in their lives. I haven't heard too much about it, so I kind of kept my head down on this one. I just know this is highly, I don't want to say anticipated, but it's important for the MCU franchise. And I come into these
Absolutely.
with an open mind, regardless of what appears in the comments. I do come at these with an open mind. So um, we'll watch the trailer, and then we'll talk about it a little at the end. Sound good?
All right. Sounds good.
All right, let me cue this up. Get my screen ready. This is the Fantastic Four First Steps official trailer by Marvel Entertainment. And we're starting in three, two, one, play.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7, on the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
Herbie, how's that sauce coming?
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
Okay. Okay, is this guy good or what? I want to add a couple cloves of garlic. Not because it's not delicious, I just want to add a little bit of zip, okay?
T-5.
Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible. Ben wasn't a rock.
The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah. Best looking, he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
Ben has always been a rock. Johnny is Johnny.
Hi!
And I am right here. Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together. As a family.
All
Okay.
right, that was the Fantastic Four First Steps official teaser.
I should have put prop bet up for how many times they're gonna say family.
Family. They did say family quite a bit in there. It's a, it's definitely okay. I like that they're going with the retro feel. I kind of like the styling. It took me a second to kind of embrace because I guess I've been thinking about Doctor Doom because of Fantastic Four, and just recently, all the Doctor Doom talk with Tony Starks and uh, Tony Stark and what they're doing with Rob Downey Jr. has me thinking of a different version of Doctor Doom. So I had to switch my brain over a little bit to get retro again, and I think I'm digging it. I don't know enough. It did do its job of being a teaser. It's got me interested.
Mhm. Yeah, good point. Yeah, first I saw was okay. This is very Jetsons, right? I mean,
Mm,
meet George Jetson. If you guys don't see it, go watch it. Classic. That's what we thought the future was going to look like, guys. In the 80s, in the 70s. Well, really, that came out in the 60s. I want to say that cartoon, but you and I watched it in the 80s. But
yeah.
here we are in the future. It looks nothing like the Jetsons, but I digress. But yeah, it was. So that's the first thing I saw. Which okay, let's connect it there. The retro feel, okay. So you saw how they spent a lot of time with uh the thing, Ben, and they wanted you to kind of show you, okay, this is what it's gonna look like. So get used to it. Because that I knew that was gonna be the biggest thing. So it's funny what they will show and what they won't show, right? So I think they're like, hey, we just gotta get you prepared. This is what it looks like. So if you hate it, you gonna let us know right away, or you just like or you love it, then we'll know. Kind of like with the Sonic the Hedgehog, right? They had like
Yeah.
a whole extended view of what Sonic looked like. People hated it. Go back to the drawing
Oh my God. Take it back.
board. Change it.
Hey, and conspicuously absent was Mr. Fantastic's powers.
Yeah, good point.
And
Yeah, they showed everybody else's. You're right.
after, hey, I'm saying after One Piece came out, I'm pretty sure they were like, all right, we got to tighten up the graphics on level three.
Oh, interesting. You're right. Good point. Yeah, because yeah, I mean, but then again, the tone is a little bit more goofier, so you can get away with some of the stretchy
Exactly.
powers. So now, how are you going to do that to make it look kind of interesting? But yeah, you're right. We didn't see that. Um,
As I,
what else?
as I
I
said
like.
before, I can't tell from the teaser, but all they have to do is not be worse or be better than The Incredibles, which is the previous best Fantastic Four movie ever.
I don't think they can, man. The Incredibles was pretty good.
This is interesting.
This is tough. It's tough. I mean, retro feel, got it. The familyness of it all, right? I think
Yeah.
how do that's going to be the key. How do you sell that kind of storytelling and make that realistic? I did like the shot of Johnny flying and him in the air, just kind of floating there in space almost.
Okay.
That was kind of cool. You know, yeah, you're right. We saw everybody's powers. They did a lot of Invisible Girl or Invisible Woman, Sue.
Hmm.
Uh, they showed a lot of her powers, which I figured that's probably easy to do, right? It's just some CGI bubble. So, and she's invisible. She's not
Yeah.
there. The actress is
Uh,
not there no longer. So she's right next to you. Don't you see her?
the
Um,
the coffee is drinking itself.
oh my goodness, some strings.
Get those strings
It's
out of
like
there.
it's like this. She's sitting next to me. Anyway, but anyway, the big reveal obviously was Galactus, right at the end with the horns coming out of coming for the island of, I guess, New York,
Yeah.
Manhattan, and so sure, I mean, let's go for it.
I like how you just said sure. Anytime you say sure like that, it kind of cracks me up inside. But so the Marvel fanboys, I haven't checked the comments at all. I kind of keep myself in the dark about some of these until I watch them, like I did right here. And his head being like he's bigger than that. it doesn't make sense how big he is in the comics. So they're shrinking him down a bit. It seems, unless that
I thought well, I think they resized him, right? Cuz so it can make sense where he actually goes into a bigger machine, right? To actually eat the planet. So
the
he's
Tatu.
big.
You mean the Tatu, is spaceship?
Yes.
Okay.
So he could be smaller where he can show up on a planet and look around, talk to people, but he's okay, deuces, I'm about to eat your planet. Let me go to my spaceship. And then he gets in that spaceship and that thing starts munching. So I'm fine with that. I'm not too worried about that.
Wait a minute. Okay, a comic book resources says officially Galactus is 28 feet 9 inches. Like, get out of here.
Yeah.
You know,
He
but
gets in the he gets
it's
in the ship.
it says, however, this is wildly varying, and in its variability opens the doors to the character's true potential and all he's accomplished. Blah 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 blah. Okay, that seems smaller than. Oh, okay, I'd heard of this theory. It's that he can change his height, but I never really followed Galactus enough to know that he could change his height.
I mean, let's be honest. He's supposed to be like a force of nature, so it's hard to put a character on the force of nature. So it's kind of like, that's why we don't. What's his backstory? Where he grew up in the hard streets of,
Yeah,
Alpha Satori.
exactly.
One day I would be the biggest
So yeah,
planet puncher around.
all I did was search Galactus, and one of these links that they decided that I needed to see was, why is Galactus so small in the MCU's Fantastic Four? Listen, I don't bring up these things to nitpick and call them wrong or bad or good or whatever. I'm just pointing them out because they're a creative decision that somebody made. Like, hey, let's make him accessible, or hey, let's make him otherworldly. Because the Eternals have already shown that there are characters much larger, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we've got the body of one hanging out in the ocean somewhere.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. Inside our core of the planet. So yeah,
right?
I mean, I'm not
It's
overall,
just interesting.
so
We'll see.
yeah, I know we're kind of splitting hairs a little bit because that's what, MCU nerds do, right? But let's see, I'm trying to think, did we see anything that was interesting? I'm looking at who's in here. I mean, it's Pedro Pascal. I don't know. He's not giving me um Reed Richards. I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to, somebody maybe a little taller, a little bit nerdier, you know. And Pedro's a great actor, don't get me wrong. I mean, but I'm not seeing that yet with him. Sue, I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, she's very pretty, but I don't have a sense of what Sue is about. I definitely think this guy Joseph Quinn could be Johnny Storm because did you remember him? He was in Stranger Things. You remember? Did you watch that the last season of Stranger
Last
Things?
season, no.
Okay, yeah, he came in as a firebrand. I mean, he instantly made himself felt, and he was kind of like, so if you've seen him in that, you're like, okay, I see why they cast him as Johnny Storm. And the other guy, he is in the show you watch now, based on what I told you,
The
the
bear.
bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cousin.
No, I think he makes a good Ben Grimm.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll see. So where do we rank this? I think we're both kind of cautiously. Well, I'm cautiously optimistic. I mean, I think you're um, intrigued.
Yeah. Somebody. Um, yeah, we'll get to that later. But yeah, I am intrigued about this. It should be interesting. As I said, I keep my mind open for all these things, even though I do look for certain like creative choices. What I try to do, I guess, is prepare myself for what the movie is going to be, not what I expect it to be. So when I notice
Yeah,
they do something like, oh, okay, they're making him a little less grand in size, which means he's a little more approachable. Same thing they did with Thanos. Same thing they did with Hulk. Uh, they nerf him down a little bit to make it a little more approachable and sensible.
nerf from down. I love that. Make a nerf version of Galactus.
Yep.
You can throw him around the house. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Please like, subscribe, and comment at Show versus Business on X, Threads, YouTube, and Instagram. Listen to us at Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Go check us out on our website, Show versus Business. Hey, Mr. Benja, have a great one.
Peace.